So what's up everybody? So this is me, your host Abhiraz Pukran, and today I'm gonna discuss about the J.J. Thomson's experiment to find the specific charge of an electron. So some of you may have the question, so what does that mean then? So it is nothing except the charge per unit mass. So the first of all, let's discuss about the basic principle for the working of this the experiment. So first of all, he uses the principle of the cross field for the determination of the specific charge. When a beam of the electron is just pass through a ring of the cathode through a small hole of that circular disc, then the beam of the electron goes on deviated if the deflection that is if the two deflections, that is the electric field and that of the magnetic field, goes just opposite to each other and with making perpendicular to each other, and similarly in the way that they may not cross, so that when the deflection occurs in between them, they may cancel out each other. So in this way the basic principle of this experiment is explained. So now let's discuss about the working of this experiment. So for the working of this experiment, first of all, uh, the electric as well as the magnetic field both are switched off, and when the electric as well as the magnetic field both are switched off, the beam of the electron is just passed from the cathode directly towards the center of the glass, which is spotted as O, and it forms a yellow spot on it due to the heating effect produced on it. Now the second thing we can do is we just switched off the electric field and only allow the magnetic field to pass through it, and when the magnetic field is pass, it is slightly deflected in the downward direction and forms a spot at O double dash. We named it as O double dash. And in the same way, when the electron is just passed to the upper end, when the electric field alone is allowed to move, so the electrons just move in the upward direction and forms a O dash. So in this way, we discuss all the things that the electrons need to do, and the basic requirement is this for the understanding of this experiment. So now let's begin in our derivation. So this is the systematic diagram for the given derivation. So now we have to prove the derivation. So if E is the electric field and B is the magnetic field, then for the velocity we know that if E is the electric field and B is the magnetic field applied on the electron moving with the velocity v, then we have the relation that then V is equals to the E by V. Suppose we let it as equation first. Similarly, we all know that the equation for the kinetic energy is Ke is equals to the half mv square. So this is the required expression for the kinetic energy. But what if the electron of charge is E? If an electron of charge E and mass m has a potential difference B and is moving with a velocity small v. Then we all know that for the charge of an electron is if E, and then the potential difference is V is equals to that is same as for the kinetic energy we are supposing it. So EV is equals to half mv square. So let it as equation first, and from the equation first we have the derivation of E as E by B, electric field by magnetic field. Sorry, it is field. So E by V is equals to the half m E square by B square, and in the same way E by V is equals to the half m E square by E B square. And we also know that for the potential difference V dash, we can write as for the magnetic field we can write as E is equals to the V dash by D. So this is let it be the third. This we are supposing it for potential difference B dash, we can write it as for the distance is, if the distance between the two plates is D, then we can write it for EV is equals to the half V dash square by 2 D square by B square. So hence this is the required expression for the specific charge of an electron. Hope you like it. So please don't forget to like and subscribe on my channel. So just keep